Now, many of you already know that it is a very special day for Nio because not only are we getting to see the life insurance registrations for the previous week, but we are also going to see Nio later today, giving us their Q2 earnings. So that is where we'll know the kind of revenues that Nio generated for their Q2, together with the earnings per share, which will help us track how close Nio is getting closer to profitability. So with that, today we got, of course, the life insurance registrations for last week, and as seen on the screen, you'll notice that Nio reported, or Nio got 5,000 NAV insurance registration, which, ladies and gents, it is a record because we have never seen Nio producing 5,000 NAV insurance registrations, which to get to see that Nio got these 5,000 makes me to be really excited, and it will make the other Nio investors to be excited because after these 5,000, when we add the total, of course, NAV insurance registrations from the 1st to the 27th of August, it now means Nio is standing at 16,000 NAV insurance registration, which is something that is quite incredible and show us that, of course, in these last 4 days for this month, we are definitely going to see, our chances are very high that we'll see Nio, of course, thrashing and going once again over 20,000 deliveries. So I'm very excited, and before we dig deep into this video, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. Now I will appreciate if you can just hit the likes button if you are enjoying, or if you do enjoy the content that I'll be giving you, about Nio's NAV insurance registration for the period which started last week, Monday until Saturday, and that is the figure, or that is the registration of 5,000. So if you like this content, hit the likes button. If you have not subscribed, consider subscribing, because on this channel, Nio is one of the stocks that I discuss a lot because I believe in their fundamentals and their future prospects. And this NAV insurance registration, or this 5,000 NAV insurance registration, brings excitement to those that are investing onto Nio, because it looks like Nio is improving when it comes to the deliveries, or the NAV insurance registration deliveries. Though the Nio's executive, or one of the Nio's executives, said that they don't reflect the actual sales, but at least we get to see plus minus, or we get to see the kind of registrations, or the kind of deliveries rather, we are to expect towards month end. And that those are the deliveries that, by the way, we are going to get them this Friday, and those are the August deliveries. Otherwise, without wasting any more of your time, I'm very excited about the NAV insurance registrations, and I believe that this will definitely make the new investors to be excited, especially ahead of the Q2 earnings, which are coming sometime during the day. When I got or read this report, I was excited because you will know that this is one thing that we've been seeing, or it was expected, because one of the things that we've been seeing on the NAV insurance registrations, we usually see the last 2 weeks becoming better in terms of the numbers that we see from our favorite EV stocks like Nio. That's what we've been seeing, and that's what we were expecting, because we already know, or we usually know, that towards the end of the month we get to see the numbers increasing. So this was incredible, especially looking at the fact that last week on Tuesday we saw the NAV insurance registration showing that Nio came out with 4,100. Then the week prior to that it was 3,300. So these of course big numbers that we are seeing on these NAV insurance registrations makes me to be really excited as the Nio investor, because it looks like Nio continues to ramp up, Nio continues to sell more, which is something that is quite good. And the biggest question, of course, now that it's on Nio's, of course, investors, is if whether Nio will get to over 20,000, which to me the answer is simple. It's a yes. Nio is definitely going to not only get over 20,000, but they are going to thresh the 20,000, or the over 20,400 deliveries they reported for the month of July. So I'm very confident that we will see Nio delivering over 20,000, and regardless of the maybe outcomes on today's earnings with regards to, of course, the total revenues and the earnings per share, even if they miss that, I think the guidance for Q3, ladies and gents, it is one of the things that will be important, because they will point us to the kind of deliveries that Nio will be able to generate for this quarter, because on Friday, like I said, we'll know the total deliveries that Nio reported for the month of August, which the only month that will be left for Q3 will be in September. So once we factor the August deliveries and subtract, of course, from the guidance that Nio will give us today, that will give us the kind of deliveries that Nio expects to deliver in September, which once we know that, then we know it's lights out, right? Because I personally believe that Nio will give a guidance of over 60,000 for their Q3, which will be so good as Nio has never delivered over 41,000 ever since their existence. This is something that makes me to always remain bullish onto Nio, because, ladies and gents, we continue seeing them improving in terms of deliveries, and especially knowing that we are going to Q4, you will know that, of course, Nio usually deliver, or most EV makers or automakers, they usually deliver more vehicles in Q4, because a lot of consumers during that time, they are rushing to buy their cars for the festive seasons, which of course it is for that reason where we saw Nio last year reporting over 40,000 vehicles. So that record that Nio currently holds was reported in the Q4 of 2022, which is why I also would like to think that these 60,000 that we might see as a guidance for Q3, they're definitely going to thrash it or for the Q4, because the demand in the Q4 is higher, and they will make sure that they deliver as many vehicles as they can. So I'm very excited with the 5,000 NAV insurance registrations, though, like I said, they don't reflect the actual sales, but at least they give us a hint of the kind of deliveries we can expect from Nio. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited about this 5,000 NAV insurance registration, and I hope to see Nio continue delivering more and more, because then that will mean that, of course, Nio will, the more we see bigger NAV insurance registration numbers, is the more we're going to see Nio delivering big numbers on a month to month, which will bring an excitement to, of course, those that are investing onto this stock for a longer term. I know some of the people, they get confused sometimes when I say Nio sold 4,000 or 5,000. Well, though they are not actual, maybe they don't reflect the actual sales, but these are also sales, guys. They might either be probably less than the actual sales for the month, but these are also sales, because these of course report shows the insurance registrations, meaning that those that buy cars and register insurance, these are the figures that we get here, which it can be more, because some of the people might be using their old insurance and buying new cars, a new car, upgrading, especially with the existing users. So yes, it might not be accurate, but these are also sales. Yes, true, though they don't reflect the exact figure. So I'm quite excited, and I believe that, of course, this 5,000, it is a good figure, and I hope all the newer investors get excited about the figure. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick updates. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the likes button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy Nio for the very first time, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this Nio stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.